First of all, Dave Ensor got straight in touch saying, Pete, what's your flood defence strategy?
Right.
And do answer this respectfully, because people have lost their homes and there's people that have died. So it's a topic du jour, but answer it respectfully, Peter.
Well, I don't really understand how I do live at the seaside, and the highest the water has ever gotten was in like 1952, I think, and it went. I mean, it wouldn't even have got over the train tracks, to be honest. So
Right.
I think I'm safe from the sea.
So you're fine. That's not the question, is it?
Well, I'm fascinated by down in Old Lee, which is like a sort of historical kind of like fishing village in Lee.
I bet it's nice down there, is it?
It's very nice, lovely part of Lee, and there is an old kind of like historical kind of fisherman's cottage that you're allowed to walk around, and it's got fishing nets up, and this is how we used to live, kind of Beamish made small for the Snapchat generation people.
Yeah.
Stealing from another podcast. There's but around the back of it, there's basically this tube that I'm obsessed with, fascinated by this technology. There's this tube that basically, if the water goes higher than a certain level, it instantly senses that the water has gone higher than an electrical plug on the inside of the building, and it basically instantly, presumably through some kind of 3G or Wi-Fi connection, contacts the insurance company, and then presumably they pay out on a flooding.
Huh.
So it's this automated, instant. The insurance company knows that the water has got to a certain amount, and they either pay out, or you can basically say you know for a fact the water has gotten over a certain amount. But I imagine that insurance is quite high because it's literally just on the water.
Yeah. And I suppose, so you've not answered the question there, and I thought you were
What is my flood defence? Insurance fraud. My flood defence is insurance fraud. I keep all my Fabergé eggs have floated out the door. And I can't get them back.
And they were all perfectly working before.
Yeah.
I can imagine, because there was a famous or semi-famous, for those of us who are interested in this kind of thing, of Rory Stewart, who's the great
opium botherer,
the great white hope for podcasting these days. And I like Rory Stewart, and I've read his book, and I thought it was excellent. But he famously, when he was, what was he? Some kind of junior cabinet minister. There was a lot of flooding in the UK. And he was boots on the ground type guy, so we would just go there. You know what he's like. If I told you I walked across Afghanistan, he wants to go there. He's not one of these kind of pen pushers. And so he went to this flood defence, or this place where a place
laid down in front of a door.
No,
like a draft excluder.
Yeah, but
it's quite long.
He basically was asked the question, what do you think the problem is with the levees here, or the flood defences here? And he literally said, as an answer, and I kind of understand why he said it, because it was unprecedented water levels. He said, no, the flood defence has been working fine. The water's just come over the top of them. That's what he said.
That is true. Yeah, it's higher than what you usually planned for. That's absolutely fine.
Well, I'd love you to do a piece of camera.
It's not a soundbite that's welcomed by the voting public, I imagine. But yeah.
Or particularly the local people. That
they weren't fine, but
about to lynch him, or at least they would lynch him if they were under 6 foot of water. Because he just floats.
He keeps floating away. Yeah.
Pete, if you
floated out of the noose.
If you were the spokesperson, I'd love your first answer to a very aggravated Adam Bolton, who's fed up of actually being told to go there. He doesn't want to be there. He's wet and pissed off.
Stop speaking over me.
Stop telling me what I think.
Stop telling me what I think.
Peter, what are you going to do about this? And you say, I want to talk in a firm and frank way to the public about the benefits of insurance fraud.
Credit card fraud, insurance fraud.
Yeah.
If we all do it at the same time, no one's going to get in trouble.
Cuts to you. That could be worth $3,000.
Yeah.
Chalk it up.
Yeah.
Your credit cards are floating away. Include it.
Go next door. Like steal some stuff from next door. Then that's yours. All right?
How much is your car? $5,000. How much is your car? $10,000. Correct.
When everything goes to shit, just steal something. It's how the fall of the Soviet Union and the oligarchs happened. So don't worry about it.
Why don't we get any sponsors?
Why don't we get any oligarchs getting involved, for crying out loud? I would sit my constituent down and go, I'm sorry, you've lost your home, but did you ever think about saving those silica gel packets from your shoes?
Could have dried everything out. It's offensive.
It's defensive.
It's highly offensive to people who've suffered
an
incredible loss.
I know.
I did say to you at the start of the question,
be respectful.
I'm now thinking I shouldn't have read it out.
No, you shouldn't have.
No.
It's on the Luke and Pete show.